To be here today, and I'm thankful for the opportunity. This is Oscar Valerie, my service dog. I'm a 100% service connected, rated disabled Navy veteran. So your dearly departed late president, I'm grateful for his service, and I know that he had a good heart. I can tell that he did a lot of good work here for you, and my shipmate, Simone. I was very blessed the day that I met Bravo Foxtrot and the founders Matt and Jade, because as Matt mentioned, there's a lot of problems, there's a lot of disconnect, and I'm one of the veterans who absolutely did become homeless. I was invisible and disconnected. No resources were available to me until I got into my own head and said, I have to find a way. I have to come up out of it. And I did my own advocacy and was able to even get my 100% rated disability through my own efforts. So Bravo Foxtrot holds a very special place in my heart simply because they're not only looking at the male veterans, there are a lot of female veterans in Suffolk County alone with children that are homeless or living in shelters or can't find a shelter, because a lot of the shelters are geared towards the male veterans, and it's difficult to get in them. So we want to work towards helping recognize the needs of female veterans too, because after all, we bleed red, we served, we died for our country. The most important thing I'd like to say is that Bravo Foxtrot is a movement that you're not going to hear anything bad about. You're going to hear a lot about us because we are a moving force. We're a moving force, we're an advocacy, and we're the people that are waking up the system. We're waking up people to be mindful and to become aware of the issues that veterans face, not only here in Suffolk County, but in our entire nation. We're like our documentary says, we're the forgotten heroes. And it's a very sad situation to think of, because we're one of the greatest and wealthiest countries in the world, but yet we have this problem. But when it's come time to serve and to shed our blood and to sacrifice and die, oh yeah, right on. We're happy for you. We're glad you joined. You take the oath and you're gone. You're given the gun, you're gone. But when we come home and we take off that uniform, that is when the disconnect happens, and it has to stop. It's just too sad. The stories that I could tell you about my own life, of how I had to overcome in order to stand here before you today and speak so vehemently about Bravo Foxtrot and what they stand for. So I just hope that you will think about coming to and mark the date and come to the red carpet premiere, because it's going to be a tear-jerking, eye-opening event that's going to really elaborate on what's going on, the reality. Nothing is sugar-coated. The reality is going to be in your face. And that's what we need. We all need a reality check of knowing what the problems are with our veterans, and especially here in Suffolk County. Those who have honorably served, like Matt and myself and the gentleman that he spoke of, and many, many more. They've done outstanding things, but when it's time to put on your civvies, we're invisible. And we get misinformed, and we get misdirected, and we get patronized and belittled and made to feel less than. And it's such a big disconnect from when you are a service member, because as a service member, we're a family, we're a unit, we're a tribe. And we're all one. We're taught to be of one mind. So when that disappears, you can imagine how that affects your mentality and your spirit and who you are as a man or a woman when you don't have that honor anymore. So, not to keep preaching too much, but I just want to say that this is very near and dear to me, and I'm very blessed to be a part of Bravo Foxtrot. We have formulated a monthly newsletter. I hope that we can get you all on the list. I'm the editor of it, because I was a journalist in the Navy, and I also overcame a lot of my shortcomings of dealing with veterans, getting veteran resources and accesses, and I went abroad and taught journalism, international journalism, in a liberal arts college in China for 10 years. Yeah. I guess he's agreeing. So my point is that, you know, there are things that gets placed in your life that either make you stronger or weaker. And if we have the help that we need and then the perspective that we need in order to service our veterans when they need us the most, then that's a plus for all of us, because it makes our community stronger, and it makes our economy stronger, and it gives us peace, and that's what we all need, right? Okay. All right, then. I guess he's saying you talk long enough. So anyway, thank you for listening to me, and I hope that you will take the time to mark your calendars and come to our red carpet premiere, because, like I said, it's going to be an unforgettable experience for you and an eye-opener. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Can you stay there? We're gonna take, Ryan, you brought them in, so can you